bank that's helping customers electrify their homes is the bank Australia needs.
Goodhouse 63 is in Henley Beach South, South Australia. It is an excellent example of the architect's role of balancing all of the variables and considerations when developing a holistic and cohesive project. A successful development is so much more than the sum of its parts. It is the synergy and strategic interaction between these parts that creates value. Current trends seem to be placing a lot of weight on particular construction elements and processes. Real sustainable development, when framed in terms of a regenerative design approach, considers the whole site in its context and is therefore a balanced mix of the plan, a functional and pragmatic design programming with passive solar design and natural ventilation as key drivers, the spaces, consideration to balanced and proportional internal and external spaces, the details, appropriate building science and environmentally relevant construction materials and practices, the kit, appropriate technical and system solutions including heating and cooling, hot water and fit out, the watts, overall energy consumption, generation, storage and interface with electric vehicles, the look, a cohesive aesthetic response to site and client brief, architectural form and material, the cost, careful consideration of budget throughout the project, the team, identifying and merging the most appropriate project consultants, suppliers and contractors for the project. Goodhouse 63 was constructed by Watermain, one of our 3 trusted Goodhouse builders. The landscaping was designed by Sterling Garden Design Studio and constructed by Habitat Landscaping Services. The benefit: monitoring and quantifying the outcome, utilising a circular feedback loop to make the system and process better. Goodhouse 63 began as an email from Irma and Sam in January of 2020. They were keen to build an energy efficient and modern family home on their existing site whilst keeping a good sized garden. The original house was structurally unsound, thermally inefficient, and their house was not meeting their needs as a growing family. Irma and Sam were keen to retain as much of the garden green space as possible for productive garden, outdoor living and pool. One of the challenges with this site was the shape of the block, with 2 large road frontages. Privacy was a key consideration in balancing of the house and garden configuration. It was clear where the best access point was to minimise how much of the site was given to vehicles and parking. The northern orientation of the house allowed us to provide ample car parking with plenty of extra storage space and workshop area. Setback of the garage is such that parking in front of the garage is possible. This setback also allows for a front door entry statement with associated landscaping. Ground floor is kitchen, living, dining, bedroom 1 with ensuite, study and laundry. All of the elements Irma and Sam require for future ageing in place. Level 1 is 2 more bedrooms, a bathroom and a second living area. Once into the house through the front door, you quickly become aware of the living zones that are visually connected to the external living zones and garden beyond. The experience is a spaciousness and connectedness to the outdoor areas and garden. Solar access is optimal in these living zones of the home, with the winter sun reaching deep into the floor plate. This design is very directional. There are no eastern and western windows in the design. This allows for excluding all unwanted summer sun from entering the home. Natural ventilation was a specific project brief requirement and is easily managed with a narrow floor plate and many fenestration options. This home consistently gets lovely evening breeze, and this is funneled through the house using key cross and stack ventilation windows and doors. Along with effective passive heating and cooling inherent in the design, the active heating and cooling consists of heat pump hot water, ceiling fans to all rooms, hydronic underfloor heating and cooling on the ground floor, and a ducted evaporative cooling on level 1. With level 1 windows closed and ground floor windows and doors open, this coolth can also successfully impact the ground floor areas. Goodhouse 63 began with a modest 10 kilowatt solar system with 10 kilowatt battery. More recently, a second battery has been added to help offset the increased energy use added by the addition of a swimming pool. The construction ingredients are typical Goodhouse: insulated waffle pod slab on ground, 140 stud walls with minimum R4 insulation and R6 insulation in the roof, as well as UPVC double-glazed, argon-filled doors and windows. Beautiful polished concrete floors are a feature throughout as the main thermal mass element, along with some carefully positioned concrete block thermal mass walls. A palette of Scion Axon, hardwood cladding, and concrete block has been utilised to create a crisp, layered, textured composition of bold shapes and forms addressing the street. Irma, Sam, and the boys love their home. It is more than meeting their original project brief as a functional, energy-efficient family home. The well-proportioned spaces are calm and quiet, light and bright. They really enjoy the way the house connects with their garden and outdoor living spaces, and the big blue northern sky above the Norfolk Island pines.